Hi everybody, this is Joe Askins from YoChicago.com and NewHomeNotebook.com. We're going to be rolling out a new feature at YoChicago very soon called BlockWalk, in which we will be taking walks up and down individual blocks in the city. Sort of as a test case, I'm going to do a short block walk up and down the block that I call home, the 1600 block of North Claremont Avenue, right here on the border of Bucktown and Wicker Park. Standing in front of my home, I live on the third floor of this 3-flat apartment building at 1639 North Claremont Street. That puts me just right around the center point of this block between North Avenue to the south and Wabansia to the north. There have been some comments I've seen online lately, especially in regards to the home right next to mine. This single-family home at, I want to say, 1641 North Claremont, in which people were discussing how undesirable the street was and how ramshackle this home was. This home doesn't look too ramshackle to me. It certainly is not in what I would think of as the higher end of Bucktown when you think of Winchester over east of the Six Corners, where you're seeing lots of million-dollar and multi-million-dollar homes. It's not like that. We're close to Western Avenue. So I think for a lot of people maybe that makes it a little less desirable, and you don't have nearly as many new homes on this street as you do even, say, a block east of here on Oakley, where you see some newer 3-flat condominium buildings. But it is interesting just that you see really kind of a full range of home styles just on this one block. Everything from workers' cottages to old turn-of-the-century 3-flats like the one that I live in, to the loft buildings up here when we get to Wabansia Avenue. Wabansia from Western all the way over to Milwaukee. On Claremont itself, there are 8 homes for sale, including the single family that I just passed right over by my apartment. That one's priced in the 450s. There are some 2 bedrooms priced from the 290s to 420s. There's some 3 bedrooms priced from the 460s to 540s. And then there are lots of units that are coming open for rent right now. There's one in my building. It looks like there's one right across the street in this 3-flat, sort of similar. This home has been for sale by owner for a long, long time. It is now for rent as well. It's interesting, this side of the street, I'm walking on the western side of Claremont at the moment. It's all gated in front. It's sort of a consistent fence row, whereas over on the eastern side, you have everything from chain link, more of a wrought iron style, to just sort of a wooden privacy fence and the like. This block of Claremont is also known as the honorary Jose de Diego Avenue or street or whatever designation they give it. I had to look that up on Wikipedia. Jose de Diego is the father of the Puerto Rican independence movement. There's also the Jose de Diego School about 3 blocks south of here once you pass North Avenue, so 3.5 blocks from where we are right now. Kind of gives you an idea of the cultural heritage and demographics of this street from back in the day. Interestingly enough, it's really not that much of a Puerto Rican street these days. It probably was, say, back even as recently as the late 80s or early 90s. But aside from a Puerto Rican family who lives near me, for the most part, it's a pretty lily-white street. The proximity to North Avenue is really important. It's part of what makes living on this street so easy for the most part. I can come down here, I can go right around the corner and get some Thai food at Thai Lagoon, which, when I zoom in there, you can see their sign. This turreted building Here in the foreground is the North Claremont Realty office, by the way. Across the street, again, if I zoom in a little bit, that's the Handlebar, which is a bar and restaurant. Great place to have lunch or dinner. Has a bicycle theme to it. Right across the street we have Bon Bon, which serves banh mi and other Vietnamese sandwiches. You see the sign $3.95 for a Vietnamese sandwich, not a bad deal. We have a new Dutch pancake restaurant. It's opened up down at the corner of Oakley and North. You also have Jay's Beef if you need a Chicago dog or an Italian beef. Although the Damon Blue Line stop is close, the Western Blue Line stop is just a little bit closer. That's at Western and Milwaukee. I tend to take the train from that stop just because, you know, any time that you can save in the morning during rush hour is certainly preferable. And if you can get on one stop earlier and actually be able to squeeze into a car without waiting through 2 or 3 passing trains, that always kind of makes your morning. And I find that if I go down to Damon, the Blue Line trains are that much more packed, and it's just that much more difficult to get onto.